Welcome to Anglia Car Auctions. We're here, it's this time of year again, ready for the first sale of 2024. Now, tomorrow morning, this hopefully will come out tonight, we don't know, this little video, is the start of our 2 days viewing on Thursday and Friday, full days. So if you're in the area, if you're within grasp, come on down and have a look. And the sale is taking place Saturday and Sunday, the 27th and 28th of January 2024. We have a huge amount of cars, motorcycles, automobilia that I'm going to do a quick whistle stop tour. I'm not going to dwell on anything too long, but just to give you a bit of an insight as to what we've got coming in. So the first lot, well, not the first lot, we're starting with Automobilia, 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, but the first car coming through is this 1971 Wolseley 1660, so a classic British family car. Many of you will have fond memories of cars like this. Then going through, we're following a British theme here. Look at this, isn't that a grand? It's a 1980 Vanden Plas automatic. Now, being a Vanden Plas, you have sumptuous leather seats. Dale, have a look in here. You have a wood veneer dashboard. And just for those Sunday afternoon outings, in the back, you have a pair of little picnic tables. So a great little fun car. That's the second lot in the sale. We then go on to lot 3. So 1973 Ford Cortina. It's a Mark III, my favourite shape of Cortina. This one is a really genuine car. It's a 1600 XL model. Got a few marks and bumps on it, but have a look in here. The interior has held up really well because it had seat covers fitted to the front. So we've taken those off, but it just really has done its job. It's protected those seats, so really pleased with that. MG TD from the 50s, three Rolls-Royce Silver Shadows. This is a Shadow 1. We're guiding it £4,000 to £6,000. Huge bang for your buck. A lot of MGB GTs in. We've got this Morris Minor Traveller and a car that's had huge amount of interest, and it's great to see the two Vauxhalls here, but we've got this 79 Chevette 1.3L with the tartan interior. Really like that blue tartan, and this one has a boot. Over here we have a very rare car, and this is a 70 Viva HB Deluxe Estate. Does want some work. It's been stood up for a number of years, but it does run and drive. Really great little project for someone. Metros, this is a Mayfair, so good little car. MGFs, we've got several of those in. Underrated, but a car that's fast becoming a classic. And look at this little MG Midget. This is fitted with a later 5-speed gearbox, probably something like a Type 9 box from a Ford. Not being used regularly for some time, so we'll want a little bit of fettling, but a great project. Mercedes 123 series. Really attractive car. Now, Dale, just have a look in here. I don't know if we can just about see. We'll have to just pull that through. Look at that interior. Dash isn't cracked, which is a really great thing to see. Rover 75 V6, 2.5 litre, low mileage. And look at this 75 Datsun 120Y Estate. Really, I like this car. You've got a really funky dash, sort of curves round towards the driver there. Really good to see. BMW Z3. Now, this is the desirable model. It's the 2.8, so the wide body as well, and a manual gearbox. Great to see. One of a number of 129 series SL Mercedes. That's a 320. I think we've got 2 or 3 320s in the sale. What else can we say? 1946 Vauxhall J-Type. great looking car. Really nice sort of black lustrous paint white. We've got a Cortina Mark II, nice little project. And something a little bit unusual, we all remember seeing these on the roads. The Amigas, they were used as business cars, executive cars, as taxis. The police used them. This is a V6 2.5 litre auto, low mileage, good to see. Another MGB GT, and this is in no reserve. And we have the Ford Sierra XR 4x4, the 2.8, again V6. This is a little bit unusual. No, it's not a mobile table. It's actually based on a Daihatsu Hijet. Now, our vendor was going to create a London double-decker bus using this as a basis, but he ended up getting this far. It runs and drives. You can take it to the next level, but a really, really quirky thing. The Bentley Continental Flying Spur here, what value for money they really represent. Another MGB Roadster, and we're going no reserve with this one. Now, before the light fades, the sun is falling low in the horizon. I will just whistle you through these. So from MGF's Alpha GTV V6, we've got two V6s in the sale. Another MGB GT Jaguar XK8. Chrysler Crossfire, we've got a convertible and a coupe in. We've got a no reserve Herald convertible, and we've got a Z4, another modern classic 650i BMW, the Maserati Cambio Corsa 4.2 Auto, a car that just sounds epic. Rover P4, we love those. Modern Mustang, American theme, Chevrolet Camaro 5 litre V8 left-hand drive, another XK8, MGF, a Vauxhall Victor estate, quite unusual. Two-tone blue with the white roof, I like that. 166 Alpha, that's the 2 litre, and we have a V6 version in as well. Oh, it's quite extensive. I'll tell you, there's been a huge amount of work. E500 Mercedes, a little bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing. XK8, another SL, next generation Mercedes. Direct from the film company, a little Corsa police car. Fiat Coupe 20 valve. Jaguar XJ6. Little Figaro, got two Figaros in the sale. And we've got a left-hand drive Mercedes ML 430. Volvo 340 GL. One of these was my first car, 1400cc, I remember it well. And we have a white one here. This is something of a rarity. The 92 Nissan 300 ZX Fairlady. Really great looking car, manual box, super funky interior. I like that. Another little Herald. I'm sorry, we can't dwell on everything because there is literally so much to see here, to take in. Another SL, the little Citroen. This is quite unusual. So, Dale, a little C3 Plurial in the Charlton colours. Now, the whole roof, there's quite an amusing Top Gear video when Jeremy Clarkson demonstrates how easy or not it is to take the roof off, but a really interesting car. We've had some people actually paying quite a bit of attention to that. One of my favourite lots in the sale is not a car, it's a 1927 vintage caravan, and it is just like a drawing room on wheels. Look at this. Corvette, really, really beautiful. Now this is a 1982 and it's the collector edition 5.7 auto. It's a fuel injected car, and we're entering this no reserve, so you might be lucky. Going through the runs, V6 Alpha, we've got the Subaru, we've got another Mercedes 123 limousine. This is the little Austin 1100. I'm going to come over this side. Dale, we've gone, how can we have just gone past a Fiat 130 coupe? Look at it, great car, £5,000 to £7,000. What an exotic car for so little money. There's a nice little video of us going out in the Triumph 2.5 litre estate, manual overdrive, power steering, drive spot on, wants some bodywork, but a car that you just feel happy to go anywhere, and that has been on several round Britain reliability runs. That's one of 2 cars that have done the same here. Little low mileage Lupo, this bright yellow MG. It's the 180 horsepower V6, getting quite collectible now. Corolla 1.8 turbo, so sport, T-Sport. 190 horsepower, I think these are, Dale. A bit of an undiscovered gem. If you want something that doesn't look flash, doesn't look anything out of the ordinary, I think they're quite undervalued and they drive really, really well. Little Celica, another BMW 6 Series, Mercedes, Citroen AX, the Range Rover P38, always popular. And when did you last see an automatic Renault Laguna? Super rare. What an eyeful this is. This is well, someone certainly put their own little mark to it, little Hyundai coupe. We've got Audi TTs, little Mercedes C180, brilliant everyday modern classic car. As is, if you want something a bit practical, how about a little Skoda Felicia pickup? They've all but vanished from the roads, but really, really useful. Little light pickups. Golf Driver Auto, more TTs, one of 2 Ford Escort vans in the sale. No reserve Peugeot 205 in the background, and something that's really quite unusual. We've never had another one. It's a Nissan Cedric that has been modified heavily. Come and have a look at it because it's quite amusing. A Mercedes CLK 320. Sorry if I'm dashing around, but I know you've probably got your tea or you've got to go back to work, so I'll just walk into a wing mirror. Vauxhall Vectra 2.5 litre V6. We've got a Land Rover 110. We've got an Audi S4 Avant. Now that's the V6 turbo. Really, really supercars, like those an awful lot. The XJ40 Jaguar, underrated for many years. This is a left-hand drive example, and something of a rarity is this Ford Cortina pickup. We know them as the P100, and this is a V6 version. Very, very unusual. Land Rover lightweight, so the military specification Land Rover. This Humber Super Snipe, now that's a Mark III, local number on it. Bit of a project, but a really great dramatic looking car. I'm going to go through around here. We have another, this is a little bit of a restoration area, so we've got another Figaro, we've got a Fiat Barchetta, we've got the Austin Atlantic, we've got 2 Capris. Great little story on UK Barn Finds just when they were unearthed. 1969 Mini automatic project. We've got this Land Rover Series 2A fitted with a later front and a Rover V8 engine. Ford Orion, we've got a Rolls Royce, we've got a boat, we've got a BMW, and I'm just going to mention this is the last car to come into the sale. It's just been picked up by Neil Gaskins. It's not a car. Look at this. It's an Austin K9. So I haven't yet seen this in the metal, and it's entered no reserve. So really, really great to see. Talking of commercials, I'm going to show you something a little bit unusual. So over here, Dale, just have a look at this. For those of you that watch a TV series or have watched a TV series called Brassic, Series 1, I believe this was used in that series. Now if you go in, we'll have a look in, you might tell what the purpose was in here. Now Roger's our ACA teddy bear mascot, he'll have to come back in, but it was used as a mobile. Enough said. Anyhow, direct from the film company. it's really great to see that in, and it just shows the real variety of vehicles that we have in the sale. From the Mercedes, look at this John Deere, one of 2 tractors in this sale. It's a 3040, so really good to see. I think it's fairly low hours. It's a 4-wheel drive variant as well, so that's terrific to see. Now we're going to go through back inside. The sun is coming down, and I'm going to talk you through some of the restoration projects that we have just inside the hall. So this is some of the Automobilia which David will be dealing, and we'll probably have a little delve into that room later. We've got this rather funkily painted BMW E3. Now these 2 cars have come from a local Norfolk farm. Opel Cadet, as you can see, has been there for quite a number of years, and this XJS. Now it's a 4 litre, it's a facelift model, but what makes that particularly interesting to me is that it has a manual gearbox. The car does run, but the clutch is not functioning. It's a hydraulic issue. 2 exciting cars. If you haven't, or if you're not a regular watcher to our channel, do subscribe. If you look at a previous video that was posted just over a week ago, I actually went out on a whistle-top trip to Spain, and we pulled these 2 cars out of a carport, so that was a bit of an adventure. MGC project, and this TVR 290S with 29,000 miles. 1 owner Vauxhall Cavalier SRI, super exciting. We have DB7, been in a garage for 10 years, that hasn't been run, and it's no reserve. Look over here. I mean, they are such an elegant car. It's a 1968 Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. It does run, it does drive. There are no brakes, so it's being sold as a non-runner, as a project. It does want some paintwork, but what a pretty car. And just at the end of the line is the ex-Peter Shaw Alfa Romeo 1958, 1959, and it's a Giulietta Sprint race car, so really pretty. We'll walk through here. Now I came out with, it was with you and me went out in this, isn't it? Dale's got, who's behind the camera's got thumbs up. So last year before Christmas we went out in this. I really enjoyed it. I've always liked Frog Eyes, and this one is fitted with a Shorrock supercharger. It's really tight to drive. It's got that little bit more poke to it. Great car. We're guiding this 12 to 15,000, so you know, really worth looking at. Look at this Saxo VTR with 11,975 miles. Brilliant future classic. We've got the Golf Mark 1 GTI, and here the best Jaguar 420G that I have ever seen. It's a real stunner, and this was bought new by Glaxo, the big sort of pharmaceutical company, for their chairman. So great provenance with this. And if you read our website, I'll tell you a little bit about the car. Going down, so we'll go down the halls. Okay, so another perfect future classic, 96 Mitsubishi 3000 GT. We've got this rather lurid Renault Dauphin Gordini. We sold that probably 2 or 3 years ago, and certainly we remember it coming back. Elegant car. So we looked at the Mercedes 123 series. This is the 114 series, so it supersedes. It's a 250 auto, 4.5 to 5,500 guide. Really great looking car. I love these Mercedes. They're just that feel of being hewn from solid rock. Jaguar S-Type. This is a 3.8 manual, so really in my opinion the best variant of the S-Type. Volvo 760. Now this is a car that has really attracted quite a bit of interest. Automatic, it's no reserve, it's 2.3 litre turbocharged 760, but just when Volvos were Volvos, just look at it. I'm going to listen to this. Inside you've got electric seats, you've got, I think there's climate control, and they shut well. Ford Cortina Mark III V6 estate, super rare and in a lovely order. Just have a look in there. Now, Range Rovers, so this is a little bit modern for a classic sale. I love the colour. These L322s are, I think, really gaining in popularity, but this one is special because it is only done 36,000 miles. 4.4 litre V8, so really super car. I don't have the handle with me to demonstrate on this, but it's a 38 Daimler Tickford drop head. Now, if you get the handle out, which is with the car, but I'm not going to demonstrate now. Dave, if you just come around here, if you look at... It's on the video. It's on the video, so do have a look on the website and you'll see this roof. You unscrew this, you put a handle in, you wind it and the roof folds back. Really elegant, really unusual. I've never seen another one exactly like that. Another car we took out, so do look on the videos and you'll see us taking this out for a drive. It's a Corvette C2. This is a fuel injected car, and it's a manual gearbox as well. Again, drives lovely. Maserati, we've got some pretty big builds with this, or recent builds with this, and we're guiding this 13 to 16,000. The 2010 Maserati sounds amazing. One of my favourite four-seater convertibles in the entire world is the 124 series. Now this is the 4-pot, it's the 220, which is a really economical car to run. They're a brilliant car, 7,000 to 8,000 pounds. Fantastic colour, I really like it. What do I say? Dale, I think you had a little bit of a look at this RS2000. Custom with the fishnets. Everybody goes on about the fishnets. I prefer my fishnets on the headrests rather than on the legs. Dale's. Rover P5. Now, this is a 3-litre coupe in really fine order. Just have a look at this. It's lovely. Super paintwork, super bodywork. Datsun 260Z, and we have mentioned this. If you don't know about this car, you do need to have a look. Go on to YouTube, type in Lotus Esprit active suspension, and this car, this very car, was featured on an episode of Top Gear in 1983. It was so cutting edge, so dynamic. Nigel Mansell's driven it. We've got photos you can see online of the then Prince Charles with it, now King Charles. It is an iconic piece of car. Lotus sold it 6 or 7 years ago. Why, I do not know, and it's been lovingly had a huge amount of work done to it by the owner since. It's a piece of Lotus history, and it's fitting that we're in Norfolk. It was made in Norfolk, developed in Norfolk, so it's coming up for sale in Norfolk. One of 2 Bentley S1s in the sale. We'll come on to that. Which way should we go? Down here and then come back up? Very pretty little midget. Now, this is, I think it was only for 1 year only. This is, if you see RWA on an MG midget, you think, well, what actually is that? It's a round wheel arch. So normally they have a squared off wheel arch. This is a round wheel arch model. I think they suit it very well. An Austin Big 7. If an Austin 7's a little bit small for you, look at this Big 7. It's beautiful. Had a fortune spent on that. Rover Sterling, 1999. Again, haven't these all vanished? They were executive cars, they were police cars, and now they seem to have all disappeared. Automatic. I think it's a great car. Really do. Sorry?
Lady owner since nearly known.
Since nearly, so I should have mentioned it. As Dale's just pointed out, one lady owner since nearly new. So we're going to take that as a good thing. Bentley Arnage, we've got the Porsche 928 we've missed. Oh, I'll tell you what, and the Alfa. How could we have walked past this? Alfa Romeo. Now, this is a special car. Look at this roof. And I'm told this is factory. Really, really special. It's had a fortune spent on it. You can clearly see that it's bodily been restored incredibly well. Alfetta GTS, but what a lovely looking car. We'll come back. I'll miss these off. Porsche 928 S4 Auto, the Bentley Arnage, and how could I forget this 39, so pre-war, just pre-war, MG VA Saloon. Super attractive, lovely looking car. We've got a late Land Rover 110 Defender, thanks to 2015. Rover P6 3.5 litre S. There we are. I'm being told to get into place. I have to do what I'm told, otherwise Dale tells me off. 1949 Jaguar Mark IV. Great to see the little Morris Minor as well. And here we have a Mustang convertible. Now this sounds fantastic. And we're walking past this when the lads were moving it, just fired it up. Really, really does sound a picture. This is something you don't see every day. 2012, so quite modern, but it's a FJ Cruiser, Toyota Land Cruiser, 4 litre petrol, bit of a beast. I really like it. Chevy Nova. Now, as you can see, a fortune has been spent on this. Sort of 5.7 litre engine. It really has had a lot of money. You need to go onto the website to read the spec on this because it's a super car. Father and daughter owned from new is this Toyota liftback ST. It's 5-speed. We've got the original plates on it. Dale, just get the camera in here if you could please, to see how well this interior has lasted. I love the steering wheel, which has 6 buttons for the horn. Why you need 6? I do not know. Beautiful Mercedes Pagoda 230, left-hand drive, stunning car, complete with hardtop, and the nicest ever Bentley S1 we've had for sale. This has had a fortune spent on it. Come and have a look in here, Dale. Bring the camera if you could, and just see. I did take this car out for a drive, and it drives superbly. I was very impressed with that, and you can't smell it on the camera, but believe me when I say it smells lovely, it smells beautiful. Little mini city, another midget. We have the standard 12, we've got the Alfa Romeo Spider, we've got this great little Fiat 500, and it benefits from the 126 engine. It's a later engine, bigger engine that's been fitted, so it's really, really good. We've got this Lancia Fulvia. Now, we're guiding this 18 to 22. What a pretty car. They just got it absolutely right. 1963 Porsche 356. Now, this has been fully restored. It is in stunning condition. The interior is absolutely superb. I don't know if you can see in there. And it's an S90 model, so it's the more powerful variant. So a really special car. Really pleased to see this here, as we are this Aston Martin. So it's a 96 Virage Volante, and it's a wide body model. As you can see, both the front and rear arches are wider to accommodate these rather meaty wheels, but a great looking car. We're going 50 to 60 on this, and something you don't see very often, but when you do see it, you say, wow, that's unusual. It's a 2002 Ford Thunderbird, and as you can see from the rear window, these little portholes hark back to the earlier Ford Thunderbird from the sort of 50s and 60s. But yeah, just an alternative car, great to see. Something again that survived, this Peugeot 309. in a really rather nice colour. We're going no reserve. I think it's 27,000 miles. So past the little 309, we're going into Hall 4. Now we saw the Jaguar 420G. This is very similar. This is a Jaguar Mark 10. So the 420 is a 4.2 litre engine. The Mark 10 is a 3.8. Both very, very much cars with huge presence. And I rather like this Hillman Minx convertible. You can imagine having days out with the roof down in this. Just a super car, British car. Another Alfetta GTV. We've got this Ford Focus RS, and we have this Corsa. Now, Dale, you were telling me about this little Corsa. You rather like it, don't you?
More Dan really likes it.
Yeah, well, Dan. Now, we're showing only 15,700 miles or so. These wonderful bucket seats in it. It's a future classic, little VXR, but it does, while we've put the pair together, it really evolves from this Corsa GSI, and so it's just a natural progression from, I don't know how many years between them. We're 95 to 2010. Sure, we're actually, 15 years between them. So great to see those. Another MGB GT, we've got another P38. We've got Ford Zephyr Mark IV. Now look at that, it's a big car. When you have it, you know, it's far longer than the P38. We've got a Rover P5 3 litre saloon here. This is a manual. We had a lovely one in the last sale, and it's great to find another one in this sale. Quite an early car. I'm going to mention the Ford Zodiac, two-tone. Really good to see. Uncleaned, we're leaving it. It's not been used for some time, is this Mitsubishi Lancer. It's an Evo 6. So really good to see. Another Spitfire in the sale. This has come from a private owner, fitted with seats from a Mazda MX-5 and an overdrive gearbox. So the seats from the MX-5 are a well-known and recognised, I say, upgrade. And obviously having the overdrive gearbox does help it. The Daimler XJ Coupe is good to see. Maserati bi-turbo convertible. And we have this Jaguar S-Type, super low mileage. I think we're talking 15,500 miles on the clock on this. It's a 3 litre V6. Little Austin Healey Sprite. We've got, this has been generating huge interest. Porsche 911. It's a 964. It's a left-hand drive. It's got a very attractive guide of 15 to 20,000 pounds. It needs some work, but what a great project. Look at this. How about a Primrose Yellow, I think we'll call it. Silver Spirit. It's an early car, 1984. Indicating quite low mileage. It's been privately owned and entered. We have the 1920s Renault in the corner. We've got this fantastic, got a lot of Corvettes in. Again, another left-hand drive Corvette in the sale. CLK 350, we've got the Sunbeam Alpine, we've got an XJS V12 convertible. We've got in that 5 to 7, so that looks pretty attractive. Volvo 122S, excuse me. I'm going to mention this actually. So we've got the little Ford Anglia, and next to it is this Golf GTI. Now it's a Mark II. It's been a bit modified. There are bills for over £30,000 with this car. The paintwork is stunning. Different seats in the front, work done to the end. Do read the description, but what a cracking car that someone's really put a lot of time and effort into. 996, 911, this is a C4, it's a manual gearbox car, and we've got the Vauxhall VX220, it's a development of the Elise. Some say they drive better. So, and in here, this is the final haul with cars and we're going to look at. We've got another Spitfire. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. This is a 1978 Spitfire 1500 manual overdrive. Now our vendor bought this, I believe, in about 2010 or 2012. Went through it comprehensively. Resprayed it, rebuilt the engine, rebuilt the gearbox with the idea of reliability in mind. And he subsequently completed 4 round Britain reliability runs. The first one, I think, including driving to the event and from the event, he did 2,600 miles, which is pretty good without issue, just following a restoration, I can assure you. So really, really great car to see. MGC Roadster. Now this has been used for a bit of track fun. Great to see. Sounds wonderful. It was actually built as a race car by MG Motorsport. Do have a look on the website because I cannot go through all the spec on that currently. Got a 2003 996 turbo Tiptronic S convertible. We have this Beetle. Now this has been a bit modified. It goes up and down. It's on, do you call it air ride, I think? So you can raise it up and down, really cool. Bentley Turbo R. Everybody loves a Turbo R. They really are a bit of a tank, and I've always had a weakness for these. This is a slightly later car, so you see the floor, the gear change down there. It's actually called a floor change model, even though it's not on the floor, as opposed to the column change. And you had an extra gear, it's a better gearbox, so it does help with the fuel economy. 76 T2 camper, left-hand drive, 5 to 7. Not been used much recently, but I think that represents pretty excellent value. And then we've got a little grey Fergie tucked in the corner. I'm going to mention the last of the project cars in here. So we've got a Series 1 Jaguar tub, and we've got some Jaguar parts with it. We've got a 107 SL, a 450 SL restoration project. We've got an MGB Roadster project. We've got this little mini Clubman restoration project. It's a stalled restoration. It started, and it comes with this jig, this sort of rotational jig for restoration, which is included. And the 1966 Triumph 2000 Mark 1. It's a prototype or sort of development car for the Mark II. And then I spy David over here. Now, David,
hello, guy.
You look like you've got your hands full.
I have. I'm actually in between a brace of Honda PXs here. I think these are something we could probably remember flying around on when we were kids.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Nice bit of fun. You never know.
Yeah,
we could have another bit of fun again.
I'm going to say this is the most motorcycles we've had in addition to the classic car sale. So how many have we got?
Is it 59 or 60 did we count? 60 we're at down,
60,
yeah.
60 motorcycles.
60 bikes.
Now, for those of you that haven't seen David before, you will have no doubt heard him. So David is one of the voices of ACA, so you'll see David
and hear quite a lot
and
of
hear a lot
weekend,
of him on the rostrum. So you sell the modern sales every week.
Sell the modern sales. We do I do the Automobilia,
yeah.
And then predominantly over time I've done a lot of the motorbikes, and then
yeah.
Jeffrey and I, we sort of
you
split
and Jeff
then we split sort of the cars 50-50, and yeah, we're looking forward to it, I've got to say. And for those of you that haven't seen the YouTube, we were pulling these out, weren't we?
So yeah, this is actually the tail end of the Scottish collection. So the last auction we had the Scottish collection cars. This is part 2, which is we've got 4/5 Harley Davidson projects.
I like to call this the Route 66 part.
Route 66, absolutely. A huge interest in these. We're selling them all no reserve.
Oh, some fantastic.
Dale, wet paint behind you. Ah, sorry. He's having to step over there. But yeah, we've got some more parts up there, more projects. There's Sunbeam parts, BSA parts, Trials bikes. These 2 bikes have come in privately. This one here, I'm just going to point out. So I actually just picked this up. It's a bereavement sale. It's come from someone I knew. Lovely little bike.
Yeah, beautiful little BSA.
condition. So this little C12. Be great if that can find a new home.
And as Dale can probably see around the back there's also some frames. There's a little rally there. Lights, the tanks, they all again came from the Scottish collection, didn't they?
They did indeed. And we had a good few days up there, didn't we?
Oh, it was quite an intense couple of days, I think, wasn't it? You know, pulling everything out. You can't really believe we've managed to collate it, and this is now the tail end of it, really,
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
No one could say that we were resting on our laurels.
No, we certainly earned our glass or bottle of wine that night.
So, more bikes. So we just talked through, we can't mention them all, but as you will see, I mean, look at the Lambrettas.
I know.
We've got this fantastic Fizzy.
Little Fizzy, I was going to say.
And that really is a peach of a bike. Little Bianchi, and this Fantic motor. Now, I don't think we've sold one of those before.
I was going to say, I've never seen one before.
Looks like it was last taxed in 1980. It's a 74 machine, but really, really unusual. Got a little rally runabout. I love the little Honda Charles bike, the 50cc.
Brilliant. And Guy, I love this.
Oh,
we both love this. What a stunning looking bike there, the Rickman
Matisse. So it's got a 500cc Triumph engine, and that's a pre-unit engine, which means that you've got your separate gearbox, and it's an all-alloy engine. So really, really great thing. We're guiding that 4 to 6. I think that's really,
I just
really
think it's
represents
beautiful.
Good value.
Yeah, I'd happily have that one in my living room.
Absolutely. MV Augusta. Dale. Now, Dale's a bit of a biker. In the summer months, you'll see Dale coming in his helmet on his bike.
With his leathers on. His
leathers on. But this one is the MV Augusta Brutale.
Yeah,
It's just over 1,000 miles.
Yeah,
very,
it's low.
Very expensive bike when new. So certainly one probably to tuck away for the future. I think Dale was going down to the Suzuki. Now, Dale, is that a project that you would like to take on yourself? Yeah?
No, he's shaking his head.
Yeah,
he's shaking his head. And it also comes, Guy, with all the parts there.
Absolutely.
So it comes with a whole load of parts.
So it's a GSXR
1100, yeah.
1100. Proper special bike. We've got Honda Big Reds 250 or CR 250Rs. We've got the KTM. We've got the Kawasaki KLR. I mean, the KTM's been restored.
Do you know what? That's got green laning all over it, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Just absolute great fun, that. So if you're scared to ride on the roads these days, they are the bikes to put a smile on your face and bring you back to your youth.
Melody Deluxe. Now, if you'd like to point out the deluxe bits.
Yes, I'm still looking for them. I'm still looking for them. I'm sure you can get your shopping in the back there. That's the best bit about that, Guy.
So, Yamaha Bop 2. And then we've got this 1931. It is a project. It's come from a local museum. It's a BSA Sloper 500cc. It's had a lot of work done. Does need finishing. We're guiding that 4 to 5,000.
It's a long time since I've seen one of those, though.
Absolutely.
It's going back a few years.
Absolutely.
Nice looking bike.
Little D1 Bantam. NSU Supermax. Now that's a rarity.
I was going to say, never seen one.
No. There you have it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, part of one, a restoration, a project of one.
It's got the aerial leader. We've got loads and loads of bikes over there.
Keep an eye online, as we said, 59 bike stroke 60. Couple of petrol go-karts for a bit of fun, but have a look online. It's the best selection of bikes we've had for a long time.
Yeah, I think we're being directed by Dale, very unsubtly,
yes,
to go and have a look at the Automobilia room. Now,
I spent quite a lot of time in that room.
You do spend quite a bit of time in there. David, apart from auctioneering, after you. So,
oh, thank you.
Apart from auctioneering, you do actually collate and photograph the Automobilia.
I think it's a bit of an addiction, really.
Yes.
I think, it's a second home for me in this room.
Absolutely. So you've got signs on the wall. So as you can see up there, there's various signs. There's a mixture of some original.
Yes, and just some for decoration.
Some decorative modern items.
Exactly right. Yeah. Well, the original ones, they're getting hard to get these days. So we get some lovely original signs, and also.
Oh, have you forgotten the key?
No, I unlocked it. So there we go. We've got the keys.
Amazingly, they weren't in your hand a minute ago, but we've just cut the tape and they're now in your hand. How did that happen?
Guy, magic. What can I say? We can make them go soon. Right, here we go. The Automobilia room. So I don't really know what to say. We've got 364 lots spread over the 2 days. As you can see, we've got a beautiful selection of pedal cars here. A nice Texaco original, slight damage there. And let me just show you this, Dale. Look at that, a Rover banner. Lovely original Rover banner there. And I'm just going to show you this. For those that, I know Jeffrey likes this word, for the man cave. What better than the Caddy Tornado front end? What a bit of fun. So, and again, we've got some lovely original petrol globes. So, as we come around here, look, they're not for resale. We've got this little plastic SO1, pink paraffin, the curfew, and I'll just take your eye to this. There's a nice early wicker hamper here. So it's the Coracle, it's about 1920s this. What a survivor, it's here. Could you imagine going out in the 20s, 30s, going out for your picnic guide?
So Wicker's survived all that time.
All that time.
Have you got any other picnic hampers in?
We have, good job you mentioned that. We've got this beautiful Garrison one just here. So again, I think Guy's got food on the brain today. Look, he's looking for the picnic hampers. Look at that, what a beautiful set. And if we take this out, we've got all that with the fitted tins all underneath. Look at that, just lovely.
Oh, so you put your food in there?
Put your food in there, keep it warm, Guy. No one likes a cold picnic, do they? And again, like we said, we've got this great little sign, one of my personal favourites here, with the open and closed on the back.
Oh, that's nice.
And again, just something for a little bit of decoration, something like this. You know, the little Lambretta side light, just a nice little bit of modern decoration.
Is it the top light that lights up there?
Yeah. No, that's just the dial. It's just literally, I'm presuming that bit. I've not actually plugged it in. And again, just a general decoration, as you can see, as it goes around the room.
It's great.
And we can't wait to get it. We can't wait to go.
What lot number's that, David?
If you can get it down, you could probably have it.
You pointed that out now. Just have a look.
It's been up there for a good few years now, hasn't it?
It has indeed. Well, look, it's been a real pleasure just to do this quick little.
Yeah, Guy and I, we're going to ride off into the distance on our trusty steed.
I'm taking the dog for a walk. But so do check in online if you've got any questions. Do contact a member of the team. We'd love to hear from you. Do come down. So viewing 9 o'clock Thursday till 5 o'clock in the evening, and that is the same on Friday. And we're open from 9 o'clock Saturday and Sunday. So a quick running down of the order of play. We start at 10 o'clock with the Automobilia on the Saturday. 12 o'clock, within a few minutes, we'll be starting the cars on Saturday.
Yes.
On Sunday, we start at 10 o'clock again with the final part of the Automobilia, but at 11:30 we will start with the motorcycles.
Yes.
Once we've gone through those, which will probably be about an hour and a half.
Thereabouts, I think
So
we're working
I would imagine about 1 o'clock-ish, quarter to one could be, we'll be starting on the cars on Sunday. So a good thing to do is to check in, like and subscribe the video, because you'll then get notified if there are any new videos.
Absolutely.
And have a look through the past sort of catalogue of videos, because some of them are quite entertaining.
And Guy, can I just say something? So on auction days as well, so obviously we really look forward to seeing you with the viewings. Guy, all of us, Jeffrey, will be wandering about, and we'd love to speak to you, hear what you think of the videos and everything. But actually, if you come and join us on the auction day, you've got a chance of winning £250 on both days.
Both days, by guessing the price. We pick a random car.
We pick a random car, no reserve car.
Yep, and whoever's closest
wins £250 cash to walk away with. But you can't do that unless you come and join us.
Yeah.
So you can't do it online. So please come on down. Come and join us for the auction. Feel the buzz. Feel the fun. We love it. You love it. We just want you to come and be with us. So come and see it. Earn yourself £250. Have a bit of fun and have a bacon roll while you're here.
And David will buy you a bacon roll.
I'll have a gin and tonic. I'm not worried about the bacon roll. We'll go for the gin and tonic.
Look after yourselves. Take care. See you soon.
Brilliant. Take care.